Hello everyone, I'm back again with the same topic in part 2 of determiners. So in part 1, in my first video of determiners, I already explained you what are determiners, how many types of determiners are there, and then I had already explained to you articles. Okay, so now just for the recap, I have drawn this diagram so that it is easy for you to understand over here that determiners are the words that are used before a noun and it specifies or clarifies or in simple language modifies the meaning of a noun. There are 4 classifications: articles, demonstratives, possessives, quantifiers. Okay, and in part 1 we have already discussed about articles. Just to give a quick recap, I would like to just repeat the points that articles are of 2 types: indefinite and definite article. A and an, they come in indefinite article, and the comes in definite article. Indefinite articles, they are not giving any specific measurement or a particularity about any noun, okay, and they are placed before a noun. Whereas definite articles like the, it specifically talks about that particular article, that particular noun. Okay, now moving on to our next classifications. That is, we'll start up with anti-clockwise. So this is demonstratives. Now what are demonstratives? Demonstratives are the words like that, those, these, etc. Okay, so now when we see the words, the demonstratives, that means that, those, these, what is a common thing that we can understand about of it? Okay, for example, if I say the boy I saw was walking on the streets. The boy I saw then sat under a tree. The boy I saw was very upset. What am I doing? I'm actually repeating the boy, the boy, the boy in every sentence. Okay? Fine. So, instead of speaking it again and again and repeating it, I will use a demonstrative. Okay? So what is the first function that is very clear by this example to us? That demonstratives are the words that are used to avoid repetition. Okay? So I will write it over here for you that it is used to avoid repetition. Okay? What will I use then? The boy I saw was walking on the streets. That boy was very upset and sat under a tree. Now it is clear to you? Okay? So demonstratives are the words that are used to stop the repetition of a noun, and then it makes simpler for us to understand that noun as well. Right? And it is used for giving a particular sense, a specific sentence to that noun. When I said the boy I saw who was walking on the streets, I said I saw a boy was walking on the streets. That boy was very upset and he sat under a tree. Right? So what I did, I actually explained in detail about that boy, what he was doing. He was sitting under a tree. He was upset. And he's the same boy that I saw was walking on the streets. So I hope demonstrative is clear to everyone. Now we'll move to the third classification, that is possessives. When I use the word possessives, can you understand or can you relate it with any other word? Or maybe the same word in another sense? Yes, right. You are absolutely right. When we say that we are very possessive for something, what we actually do, we are telling about our belongingness towards that thing. Right? That means something. Possessives are the words that tells us about a noun, that who possesses it, to whom that particular noun belongs to, or to whom it relates to, right? So I can write it over here as a point just for us to understand that possessives are the words that tells us about the belongingness, okay, that it tells about the belongingness, or to whom it relates to. Right? For example, now can you tell me the examples of possessives? When I am saying about the belongingness, when I am saying the words that actually tells us about who possesses that noun, to whom it belongs, can you tell me some examples? Yes, absolutely right. I know many must be guessing about it. So for you, I am just writing over here. Like, for example, if I say me, mine, yours, hers, his, and many more. Then, what are you understanding out of it? All these words, they are actually telling us about the belongingness, about the possession, who possesses it, right? So these are possessives, and because they are placed before a noun, they are determiners. For example, if I say that this pen belongs to me, right? So what I'm telling about a noun. I'm telling about a noun that actually this pen belongs to me. And see, in the same sentence, I'm actually using two kinds of determiners, this and me. This is a demonstrative and me is a possessive, right? Now we'll come on to the last one, that is quantifiers. Now when I say quantifiers, what we can relate, some another word that is coming in our mind when we repeat or when we say this word quantifier? Yes, it relates to quantity, number of the thing, number of subject or number of noun, right? It relates to the quantity. So when I say quantifiers, I'm actually telling about the quantity of a noun. For example, there are so many. Say less, more, much, okay, few, little, some, much, few, a little. I'm writing, okay, some, a little, few, a few, and then many more are there. So what are these? These are quantifiers. The words that are actually telling us about the quantity of a noun. Okay? So quantifiers are determiners because it is actually determining us the quantity of a noun. I hope everything is clear to you now. I hope determiners are clear to everyone. Please drop your comments in the comment box below. See the description box where I have given the link of my first part 1 determiners. And if you feel that it is worthwhile understanding and it's worth watching, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.